So obviously, y'all know I spend all of my life on Twitter because that's my only social media these days. I don't even do Facebook anymore. But there are some interesting things going on, and one of them is a video of an officer. She was crying. She was... Here, let me put this up for you.
I've never actually done a live video before, but it's kind of the way things are going now. The interstate is stopped because of, I guess, a bad wreck. And so I decided to come to the McDonald's at Love's on the Ford Avenue exit. And I waited in line to get my food. I had already done my mobile order so that, you know, people don't pay for my stuff, because I just always like to pay for it myself. But I'm on my way home from work. When I pull up to the window, they hand me my receipt, so I go to the second window to get my food, and I'm waiting, and I'm waiting, and I'm waiting. And so the girl comes to the window and asks me what my order was. I repeat my order and my coffee order, and they asked me to pull up because my food's not ready. It's an English muffin meal with a hash brown and coffee. And I mean, I hadn't eaten since probably about, I mean, I've been up for a very long time, but I haven't eaten in a while, so I was kind of hungry. And I'm still waiting, and I'm still waiting, and they asked me to pull up. So I pull up forward, and a girl comes out with my coffee, and just the coffee, and she hands it to me, and I have my window down, and that's all she hands me is the coffee. So I told her, I said, don't bother with the food, because right now I'm too nervous to take it. It doesn't matter how many hours I've been up. It doesn't matter what I've done for anyone. Right now I'm too nervous to take a meal from McDonald's because I can't see it being made. I don't know what's going on with people nowadays, but please, just give us a break. Please just give us a break. I don't know how much more I can take. I've been in this for 15 years, and I've never, ever had such anxiety about waiting for McDonald's drive-thru food. So just have a heart, and if you see an officer, just tell them thank you. Because I don't hear thank you enough anymore. All I want is just my next couple days off to just be so chill. No uniform, no nothing. Just for a couple days. It'll get better, I know it will. This will all blow over. But hopefully it blows over sooner than later, because I just want some McDonald's. I love y'all.
So as you can see, this officer was very much distressed. So the response that I saw was heartless. It was callous. They're calling her a Karen. What's a Karen? Correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't a Karen someone that is very overly confident, is a bitch, and wants to talk to your manager? So if she's a Karen, why didn't she insist on talking to the manager of that particular McDonald's? Why was she timid instead of confident? Why did she just ask for her coffee and go away, leaving it at that? She's not a Karen. I think the most important takeaway from that video, which it's bewildering to me that anyone would take any other takeaway from this, is that she's a woman. She's a person. She has feelings, and those feelings are valid. And those feelings are, she is being treated kind of like our soldiers returning from Vietnam. Or she is being treated like she's an occupier, an invading force, which she's not. She is a cop defending the peace. That is what she does. She lays her life on the line every single day. But unfortunately, this environment is toxic. And we are telling people to fear the police, to hate the police. We are encouraging people to hurt the police. And that is very dangerous. And of course, the police that are out there, they're working overtime. A lot of people are resigning. I'm sure you've heard about that. It's getting harder and harder to be a police officer. So for those who are police officers who remain, it's a real test of their patience, of their willpower. And a lot of them are cracking. And does that mean that they aren't qualified to be police officers? That's what some people are saying. Some people are saying that, well, you obviously don't have what it takes. No. This would be anybody. Anybody. Any soldier, if she was a soldier in another land. This is how they would feel. And all she's doing is sharing how hurt and how vulnerable she feels, which that takes a lot of courage in and of itself, because she's laying herself out there on social media. And if it was a man, instead of crying, in all likeliness, he would resort to violence. In all likeliness, he would end up becoming the monster that people paint cops out to be. If you treat someone like a monster, they'll become a monster. Fortunately, she still has a heart. Fortunately, she's still got her humanity. And I think most cops still do. But they are being tested. You alienate them like that, and you're going to break them. So I wish her all the best. Incidentally, some a-hole decided that they were going to try and get her fired. And they posted the phone number for her particular department, her police department. And turned out that was actually not the right phone number. So I called that phone number, not knowing, to show support, to let them know, hey, I'm with her 100%, only to find out that whoever did that digging turned out to be completely wrong. But they were actually very happy that I was sympathetic, because they are, like, they're all hurting. You've got good men and women on the police force all over the United States. And they're scared. And they're just as vulnerable as anybody else, especially when they're off the clock. When they're out wearing their civilian clothing, like, do you think that they just wear their body armor when they go home? When they're on their own time? No. So, if you know that someone's a police officer, and a lot of people do, that person is a target when they're not on or off the clock. They're a target. So, police are just as scared, maybe more scared, of civilians. And it means it's a very dangerous time. The rule of law is very important. But we keep trying to break that. We're trying to destroy that system, it seems. It seems like we really want to dissolve the fabric that makes this whole system work.